Well, it's a beautiful morning in Yucca Valley, and welcome to the staging grounds for the Yucca Valley Grubstake Days Parade. The theme for this year's parade is Welcome to Our World, and as you can see by all the activity and hustle bustle going on behind me, it is going to be a very busy parade indeed. I'm Gary Daigneault, and this gentleman right wandering over here is...
I'm just watching where I walk out here today.
Hello, Andy Robb. How are you?
Hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcoming all the folks here. Is this the Grubstakes 85, right?
That's right. I was just telling all of those people what you and I are going to be doing for about the next hour or so here on their television.
Well, I got here late. What are we going to be doing?
I was hoping you'd know, Andy.
Well, we're probably going to be talking to some people and interviewing some folks. But this year, can I have this just for a moment?
Please.
Thank you, Gary. This year, I'm not going to be interviewing horses and other dumb animals, folks.
Rob, Andy, you've been having a tradition of interviewing.
Oh, I'll tell you
for
what.
the past 5 years.
Can we swing the camera just this way, just a little bit? Just a little bit. Keep swinging it. Keep swinging it, because right over here is what I'm going to be interviewing this year. Beautiful young ladies. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Cricket.
Cricket?
Yeah.
And you're with Dingbat Construction?
Yeah.
See what I've got, Gary? Come over here, Gary.
See, it's let us check your shorts.
Okay. This is definitely not an equine animal, a horse, or anything else. This year, I will not get stomped, kicked, or anything else by interviewing lovely young ladies from Dingbat Construction.
Right.
I would like you to read her T-shirt.
Let us check your shorts, I believe it says. Yes. Dingbat Construction. This is a commercial. We'll get it in here. What the heck? What are you doing during the parade here today?
I'm going to stand in the back of the truck and wave.
Oh, you're going to be in the in the parade. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll look for you.
Look pretty today. That's all I have to do.
And your name is Cricket.
Yes.
That's the whole name? Is there a last name with that?
Well, it's Naley Archer, but most people call me Cricket.
Cricket's easy enough.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. Cricket, thanks for talking with me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Usually I talk to the four-footed
I
ones.
love it.
And now, Gary, we're going to be telling them what else we're going to be doing today.
Right.
What is it?
We'll be on the parade grounds giving you live, well, not live coverage. Actually, it was taped live, but bringing you coverage of the Grubstake Days parade from start to finish, and some of the people involved in the parade and some of the events before and after the parade. Where are you going to be during the parade, Andy?
I will be, yes, I'll be over in front of Don's feed with one of the local radio stations, helping them over there.
Okay. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, Andy and I, for about the next hour. What you should be doing is relax and pop
Enjoy the parade.
Enjoy the parade.
Enjoy the parade. Hi-ho, Andy Robb here once again in the staging area for Grubstakes 85. The parade's about ready to get started, and we're talking with His Honor, the Honorary Mayor of Yucca Valley, Harry Lord. Harry, how are you doing?
Thank you, Andy. Fine, sir. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
My
here.
pleasure.
What are some of your functions as Honorary Mayor?
Well, I haven't done a whole lot, Andy.
Like a regular mayor?
No.
You haven't done a whole lot like
No.
a regular mayor would do, is that right?
I've been to Lucerne Valley 2 weeks ago at the beauty pageant up there, just to be introduced is all, and that's about it.
Don't you have any official duties? Can't you appoint people to certain things and things like that?
No, sir. Not yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start.
There's no payola involved or politics or anything like that?
No, not yet.
You're an honest honorary mayor.
Yes, sir.
So you really aren't doing a whole lot then?
No,
is that
sir.
right?
No, Andy.
But you're going to be in the parade today, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of a vehicle are you going to be in today? Do you know?
One of the Mustangs over here, Andy. I don't know which one yet.
You're all set to wave at the people? And
Yes, sir. You know, I do that real well, right, waving out of that gas truck.
do your honorary mayor things, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are some of the functions after the parade as honorary mayor?
That's just about it, Andy, I think.
That is.
You know, maybe a few ribbon cuttings.
There you go. They'll probably have some of that.
Grand store or store openings and things like that.
Where are you from, Harry? What area out here? Where do you
Yucca
live?
Valley.
Yucca Valley,
yes,
right
sir.
in Yucca
I've
Valley?
been here 13 years.
13
Andy.
years?
Yes, sir.
Have you been honorary mayor before, or is
No,
this the first
sir.
time?
No, they've been wanting me to run for about 10 years, Andy, and I
All
finally
right.
decided to this year.
Well, congratulations to you, Harry.
Thank
Mr.
you, Andy.
Honorary Mayor. And now back to someone else here in the staging area.
Thank you very much.
The Honorary Sheriff for Yucca Valley is a title conferred every year to somebody who gives a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of hard work to the Yucca Valley area and the Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce. This year's Honorary Sheriff is Tim Smith. And Tim, you did have to work very hard this year to get to be Honorary Sheriff. Let me ask you, first of all, why would someone put them through that? Themselves through that.
Put themselves through that. Mainly it was to help support the chamber. The money goes to help support the Grubstakes Days. Plus, it was a lot of fun going out, selling tickets to people. You met a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to see you again after going out and hustling yourself to sell tickets to them.
It was a lot of fun, though, right?
Yeah, I had a really good time. It was fun talking to people, and I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be a really nice day.
Now, is this the first time you've been in the Grubstake Days Parade as an official VIP?
As an official VIP, yes. Last year I was in the float category. Not myself, but we did have a float from the restaurant, Reflections Restaurant.
Tied a rope onto him and carried him down the street, just like Macy's parade.
Oh,
no,
you did see the parade.
I'm just kidding.
Good.
Now, you work at Reflections Restaurant in Yucca Valley, and I imagine that working in a restaurant helped your campaign quite a bit, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I sold tickets to people that came in for lunch, people came in for dinner. The waitresses were a big help. They went around and really hustled tickets for me.
Tim, let me ask you one more question now. What are you looking forward to doing this year as honorary sheriff?
As honorary sheriff, well, the parade is going to be a lot of fun. Riding the parade, wave at all the people that bought tickets from me. It's going to be a full year, but next year I'll relinquish the title to, hopefully, someone equally as nice as I am.
You're not going to run again next year?
No, thank you.
You heard it here first, folks. He chooses not to run. Tim Smith, honorary sheriff of Yucca Valley.
Hi, Andy Robb here once again, along with Lieutenant Dean Nadler of the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Department. Lieutenant, how's it looking today as far as security and traffic control and everything?
Well, I think today we're probably in the best shape we've been in the past several years. Seems like everything's a little more coordinated. We have a little extra help out. Of course, we got a little extra crowd out today, too.
And so we have a lot of search and rescue fellows and a lot of reserve units out there today, too, right?
Yeah, that's true. We've got at least 6 mounted. We're going to be in the parade. We got search and rescue and reserve in the perimeter, and all of our regulars are out and about.
So it's looking like it's going to be another good Grubstakes 1985, and everybody's cooperating with everybody.
I think so. It's gotten off to a real smooth start. Everybody's having fun. Nobody's trying to hurt the other one, and I think it's going to be a great year.
Is there anything for public relations, public sentiment, or anything else that we could say on behalf of the Sheriff's Department that you could say right into the camera right now? That's cooperate with your local sheriff is your friend, something like that. Whatever you want to say, you can say it, even while this lady is walking right in front of us here.
Just don't say that.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, I think you've really said it all, Andy. I would like to say on behalf of all law enforcement here, on this holiday weekend especially, watch what we drink. Don't drive if you're drinking. Have fun, and but let's make it a safe and sane holiday.
There you go. Lieutenant, thank you very much.
You're
Lieutenant Dean Nadler of the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Department. This is Andy Robb, and now back to somebody else.
Grubstake Annie for 1985, Mary Lou McGroarty, and I imagine that was quite a surprise to you, Mary Lou?
It was fun, and yes, it was a surprise.
I think Grubstake Annie is probably one of the least understood contests related to Grubstake Days. Maybe you can tell us exactly what Grubstake Annie means and what you had to do to get that title.
Well, I had to sell pre-sale carnival tickets for the Grubstake Days Carnival, and what it boiled down to is whoever sold the most tickets got to be Grubstake Annie.
And you sold the most tickets.
I sure did.
Now, of course, you're employed by the High Desert Star. Did that help you sell any tickets, Mary Lou?
I'm sure it was a major help.
Okay. Mary Lou, we're going to be taping the parade as it goes down the highway, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in it. Is this your first parade as a VIP?
No, it's not my first, Gary, but the first one was about 25 years ago.
And you were riding 25 years ago as?
Miss Yucca Valley.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank
Mary Lou.
you.
The Yucca Valley area is very fortunate to have two county representatives. One of them is paid and one of them is unpaid. The paid one is Bob Burke and the unpaid one is Carolyn Burke. It seems that we virtually see you everywhere. Bob, just how many of you are there?
Just one, but there are other Bob Burkes up here in the Morongo Basin. But I'm the representative for Supervisor Joyner in the area. And Gary, it's just great to see you out here at the parade.
It is going to be a beautiful day for the parade. Now, Carolyn was the theme winner for the Turtle Days parade this year, so you've been very busy in the Morongo Basin. And you think this year's Grubstake Day is going to be bigger and better than ever?
Oh, absolutely. It just looks fantastic. I was the theme winner last year, Go for the Gold. But this one is just marvelous. The theme is just great to work with.
Now, Bob, what official functions will you be representing the county at during this year's Grubstake Days event?
This year I'll be in the parade for Supervisor Joyner, and then I'll be on the parade grounds, and I'll be at the Sing Festival tomorrow evening, and just as a regular individual like anyone else coming to the parade and enjoying it because it's going to be so good.
Okay, now as one of the VIPs this year, you get to hobnob with Linda Blair. Are you looking forward to that, Bob?
Yes. Like so many other people on the parade route, we think it's great of her to come up and give her time to this occasion.
Okay, great. Well, the Grubstake Days parade will be starting very soon, and we'll be on the parade grounds and on the parade route, and we'll see you there.
All right, very good.
We're here with Rob Parker, the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert. And Rob, I see your kids have been busy at work with the float. Can you tell us a little bit about what your float is and what the theme is?
Okay, basically we wanted to set up the Boys and Girls Club on the float. We wanted to set up some of our activities. We've got the basketball hoop, we've got the bumper pool and the foosball. And our theme is We Are the World, We Are the Children, along with the top song that's going out now with the USA for Africa. Basically, what we wanted to say was, here's your future. Here's basically your world in 10 years from now. So
now, how long have the kids been working on this float, Rob?
Just about 3 weeks. We've had the trailer sitting out inside the club, and they've been working on and off for about 3 weeks. We have a Keystone Club, which is kids 13 and older, and those are the ones that have taken it on as a project and have worked hard at it.
Rob, as long as we've got a couple seconds here, maybe you can tell us a little bit about exactly what the Boys and Girls Club is and what you're trying to accomplish in the High Desert.
Okay, basically our motto is the club that beats the streets. We give the kids a place to go, a place to be off the streets, and then while we've got them there, we show them a good time, and then we take those opportunities for sort of informal behavioral guidance where we get a chance, the staff and to get together with the kids, work out problems and that kind of thing. Basically just an informal type of behavioral guidance.
Okay, thank you, Rob, and we'll be watching you going by in the parade.
All right, thanks, Gary. Appreciate it.
Brianna Murphy is the Miss Yucca Valley for about 2 months now, right, Brianna?
That's correct.
Now, the Grubstake Days Parade, I imagine as someone who's lived in Yucca Valley for a long time, you've probably watched this parade many times.
Several times, yes.
Well, did you ever think that you'd be riding in it as Miss Yucca Valley?
No, I never did. This is the most exciting day. I'm really looking forward to the parade and all the events following.
Brianna, let me ask you a question. Is this your first official representation of Yucca Valley as Miss Yucca Valley?
No, the Grubstakes kickoff dinner, which was in April. That was my first official event, and now this is the major thing.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Okay. Why don't you tell us who the rest of your court are?
Okay, the first princess is Tamara Trosper, the second princess is Gina Viola, and the third princess is Adrienne Foy.
Okay, well, Brianna Murphy, Miss Yucca Valley, and your court will be watching you going by in the parade.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, there were many events leading up to this morning's parade and to Grubstake Days in general. One of the more fun events, one of the recent ones from the last few years, is the men's leg contest. So here we are back in April, and the MC for the men's leg contest is Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce President Hal Parody. The judges were selected from a group of Yucca Valley businesswomen, and they certainly had a very, very good time judging all the various men's legs in the various categories. As a matter of fact, the contestants had a good time, too, as they were led up on the stage.
I might note the
well, we won't say
tattoo on the
blindfolded, but let's
left
say that
knee.
the more important parts of their body
Right
were
here.
cut off, so all that could be seen were their legs. Some of them added a little bit of extra adornment to their gams.
Very, very interesting judges.
And played it up for the crowd quite a bit. More contestants being led up on the stage.
I'm not sure that we don't have a winner. Hey, no looking under the box. I seen that. Take your box off. Yay! Scott Bartholomew from Safeway. Scott? Oh. Would you like to say a few words?
Actually, I watched Brianna rehearse this the other night, and I just think I'm going to cry.
Number 14 and wait a minute. Box off, number 14, Chris Frazier! Yay!
Chris Frazier winning with the dubious distinction of having the bow-leggedest legs in the contest. Also introduced that evening were the candidates for honorary mayor of Yucca Valley, and the winner, Harry Lord from Southern California Gas Company.
We have a check for you.
Wow.
One of the things that we do in the Chamber of Commerce, if you go out and you work that hard, we pay you off like all good politicians.
Thank you, Hal.
That's Harry Lord, honorary mayor of Yucca Valley. Now let's go back to May and the Grubstake Parade. Representing the 29 Palms Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, their commanding general, General Etnire, and this should be an exciting day for you. This is going to be your last Grubstake Days Parade as the commanding general of 29 Palms. You've got about, 3 weeks?
That's right. I'm going to wind up, so I'm very glad to be here today and join in this parade. Looks like it's going to be a good day for a parade and a lot of very exciting people out there.
Well, General Etnier, of course, the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center has always been a very, very good neighbor to Yucca Valley, and your being in the parade is a perfect example of that. What do you expect to be doing personally after you leave the area?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to drive across country to Washington, D.C. and go to headquarters Marine Corps, where I'm going to become the Deputy Chief of Staff for requirements and programs for the Commandant.
Okay, let me ask you something. You've been in a lot of different parades out here. I saw you in Turtle Days Parade as their Grand Marshal about a month ago, and in the Pioneer Days Parade in 29 Palms. Is it something you've grown rather used to over the past couple of years?
Well, I kind of look forward to it, tell you the truth, and I'm going to be in at least one more parade, and that'll be my own on the 14th of June when I very reluctantly leave this area.
Okay, well, we hope to see you back in the area, General Etnier. You've been, again, a very, very good neighbor indeed to the entire Morongo Basin.
Thank you. I look forward to coming back again.
All right.
The morning of the parade was a beautiful one in Yucca Valley, and the crowd started gathering early to get ready for what was to be the largest Grubstake Days parade ever, Grubstake Days 1985. And finally, it was parade time.
Welcome to Grubstake Days Parade 1985. In the 29 Palms Drum and Bugle Corps once again starting off our Grubstake Days Parade. We'd like to thank them for their community involvement and welcome them to the 35th annual Grubstake Days Parade. We also thank Brigadier General William Etnier for his assistance in bringing to us the 29 Palms Drum and Bugle Corps. And now passing is the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Rangers, headed by Sheriff Floyd Tidwell for San Bernardino County, commanded by Captain Ed Bacon. The Rangers are the oldest organized search and rescue group and are on call day and night for duty anywhere in the 20,000 square mile county. We'd like to thank them for the thousands of hours volunteered by these dedicated sheriff's deputies. Our Grand Marshal for 1985, actress Linda Blair. Many know Linda for her compelling performance in The Exorcist and many other TV and movie parts. Her newest movie, Savage Streets, will be playing right here in Yucca Valley very soon. Linda's love for horses brought her up here. I want to know how Hal Parody always gets to sit with the good-looking girls. Linda, welcome to Yucca Valley.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
We're taping the parade live for our local TV station, our local cable station up here, and this must be very exciting for you.
Well, sure it is. I'm having a great time. I got to fly in on an airplane. I got to see Yucca Valley from the air. It was great.
How long are you going to be spending in Yucca Valley? How much time are you going to be spending up here today?
Well, pretty much, I think, most of the day. We'll get to see, we get to tour around the city and see what's happening and meet everybody, so it'll be a nice day.
Okay, and Hal Parody, President of the Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary. A great day, a fantastic crowd. Everything's really going smooth. Exciting.
Okay. All right, well, let's let the parade go on smoothly. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you, Hal.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Grand Marshal for 1985, Miss Linda Blair. Coming up next, San Bernardino County Supervisor John Joyner's representative, Bob and Carolyn Burke. We talked to them earlier. Hello, Bob and Carolyn. How are you doing? Great. Okay, well, let's let it keep on going. Good to see you. And please welcome the Commanding General of the 29 Palms Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center and the 7th Marine Amphibious Brigade, Brigadier General William R. Etnier. Good morning, General. Fine. Not known by many folks, but in about 3 weeks, General Etnier will be picking up another star on his shirt, making him a Major General in the Marine Corps. And here's Grubstake Annie, also known as Mary Lou McGorty, who won by selling the most pre-sale carnival tickets. For doing such a great job, Mary Lou will receive a hope chest filled with gifts displayed by local merchants on display at the Bank of America. And someone we also spoke to earlier, here is Brianna Murphy, Miss Yucca Valley, with her court. First Princess Tamara Trosper, second Princess Gina Viola, third Princess Adrian Foy. Give these lovely ladies a big round of applause. They worked very hard this year on the Miss Yucca Valley pageant, which was very successful. Representing Yucca Valley as honorary mayor is Harry Lord and his family. Harry has lived in Yucca Valley for 13 years as an employee of the Southern California Gas Company. His community involvement and hard work selling tickets won him the title of honorary mayor. And here we have our honorary sheriff, who was announced at yesterday's kickoff breakfast as Tim Smith. Tim sold the most raffle tickets to claim this honor. Now passing is the outstanding law enforcement officer of 1984, Gary Bowman, and his wife Stella. Gary is proud to serve our community, and we're sure glad to have officers like him in the high desert. Gary Bowman is a sergeant with the local California Highway Patrol office. Riding in this car is the Landers Chamber of Commerce President Chris Gubler. Chris puts a lot of hard work into this community, and we're glad he could join us today. With Chris is his wife Janine, and their little girl, also known as Chris's sidekick, Shannon. By the way, all of these VIP cars that you've seen today were supplied by the Southern California Mustang Club. Representing this fine organization are the Yucca Valley, Pomona, Orange County, and San Gabriel chapters. These are all classic Mustangs. Here's the Bobby Sox team, sponsored by the local McDonald's group, telling you all about Kids Day at the Carnival Grounds, which is the Monday right after the parade. Here we have the High Desert Water District Board of Directors, President Leonard Malin, Vice President James Wallace, Harry Scotty Marshall, Joe Harris, and Jack Harrington. Jack Harrington was not able to participate today, but we do have, there's Len Malin and a few others. Oh, there's Ronald McDonald up there with the High Desert Water District. Hi, Len, how you doing? Here's the exalted ruler of the Yucca Valley Elks Lodge, Gene Johnson. Ah, here comes the Budman, representing Anheuser-Busch, who's sponsoring many of the Grubstake Days event. And here's Felicity Sanders of Landers. That's got kind of a rhyme to it. She's being led by her cousin Cindy Collins of Yucaipa. She's riding a Mustang that was adopted 2 years ago from the BLM Wild Burro and Horse Adoption Program. Hello, Felicity. This fancy parade pony also competes as an English jumper at shows around the Southland. That's Felicity Sanders of Landers. The American Legion says, "Youth, welcome to our world." And here's Father Time out in front, and 4 Legionnaires welcoming the youth of tomorrow. By the way, following up the rear are 4 10-year-olds in graduation gowns from the American Legion Post and Auxiliary, number 469 of Yucca Valley. It's a float being run by human power. Right behind the American Legion is Julie Olson, riding her parade horse, Gold Boy. Julie is a 2-time first-place winner in the Fancy Western Under-12 category. This is her 4th time in the Grubstake Days Parade. This team, by the way, has won many ribbons in horse shows throughout the Southern California area. Julie getting to be a familiar face here in Yucca Valley. Cub Scout Pack number 70 is proud to enter this 1985 Grubstake Days Parade. This is the Pack's 7th year in the parade, and the Pack would like to welcome all visitors to the world of the High Desert and everyone to the world of scouting. Pack number 70 is the official cleanup crew of the Grubstake Days ground. Hello, Chris. Pack 70, Cub Scout Pack 70 of, I'm not sure where their home base is. I think it's here in Yucca Valley. The Morongo Basin Red Cross is the Yucca Valley area to serve people in many ways. They help in case of disasters such as fires and help servicemen get messages or get home in a family emergency. CPR classes are given each month, and they also have multimedia first aid. Entry number 17 is Running Deer of Running Deer Designs of Yucca Valley. Running deer is adorned with 8 chamois, 600 pony beads, 8,472 bugle beads, 400 feathers, 300 silver-plated beads. The whole thing weighs a total of 31 pounds and took months to complete. It's all hand-sewn with Running Deer as her own blacktail yearling deers, one a buck and one a doe. Running Deer has a breeder's permit and knows how to care for these special animals. Running Deer Designs of Yucca Valley. The 4 units now passing are from the Yucca Valley Fire Protection District. Their paramedic rescue unit, 4971. Engines 4931 and 4933 is, incidentally, 4933 is the volunteer unit and is manned totally by volunteers. These are only 4 of the 13 pieces of emergency equipment used by fire departments in our district. By the way, the Yucca Valley Fire Department and other fire departments in the district will probably respond to over 2,500 emergency calls this year. The fire department has 22 full-time safety personnel, and that includes 8 paramedics. So we have both paid and volunteer firefighters from the Yucca Valley Fire Department. And coming up is none other than Bart Pedersen in his 1930 Model A Deluxe Rumble Seat Coupe. Henry Ford built approximately 4 million Model A cars from 1928 to 1931. There's still about 1 million Model A's still licensed in the U.S. and Canada. Bart bought the car in 1973 and did most of the restoration himself, trying to keep the cars original as Henry Ford meant it to be. The cost of this car when it sold new in 1930 was $535. The value of this automobile today is $8,000 to $10,000. Dr. Bart Pedersen in his Model A. This 1983 Ford Ranger is pulling a trailer occupied by Yucca Valley Feed and Western Supply's tame horse, Cisco. This is Cisco's first year in the Grubstake Parades, and Cisco is so well trained, he certainly looks very calm riding on that trailer this year. The C&L Ranch Western Equestrian Group enters their 3rd year in the Grubstake Days Parade. This year, however, they are riding as proud citizens of Yucca Valley, having just moved here from West Covina in August of 1984. So the C&L Ranch, welcome to Yucca Valley. Wouldn't you rather be here than in West Covina anyway?
Absolutely.
We have no smug here.
No smog.
No smog.
Bright sunshine.
Nice
day,
people.
Nice breeze
Okay.
blowing.
C&L Ranch Equestrian Group. Riding on this float is Miss Landers, Stara Stenson, and her princesses Nicole Phillips and Lena Clark. The plants and flowers that make up this float symbolize Landers' nickname. What is Landers' nickname? The green spot of the Morongo Basin. Miss Landers, Sarah Stenson. This beauty of a car is a 1916 Buick 4-cylinder touring vehicle restored in Joshua Tree by Dick Wynn. Hello, Dick. How are you doing today? Riding in the car is Muriel and Dick Wynn, a 1916 Buick. Oh, this lovely Spanish senorita is Terrell Gibb, dressed in a pink gown trimmed with black lace and sprinkled by about 2,500 rhinestones. Terrell is riding a 25-year-old Appaloosa Stallion Buckshot. By the way, this is their 2nd year in the Grubstake Days Parade. Safeway Stores, a worldwide retailer of groceries and related goods and services, salutes Grubstakes 1985. Safeway says, from Safeway Stores, a lovely handmade float. The Yucca Valley High School Marching Band is named the Gold Rush Band. The unit usually includes Tall Flags, ID unit, and drill team, but this year, just the high school and junior high bands are marching. The bands are under the direction of bandmaster Ed Will. This year, the high school Gold Rush Band is performing Washington Grays. Our own hometown high school band, the Yucca Valley High School Gold Rush Band. And let's listen to some of the fine music under the direction of bandmaster Ed Will. Ah, yes, there they go by, the Yucca Valley High School Gold Rush Band, sounding in very, very fine form today. This sharp-looking van is from Ranger Tours, now serving the desert area with daily trips to entertainment points of interest in Southern California and tours of the local area. At the Joshua Tree National Monument, there's Larry Rangert in there. This personalized tour service will pick you up and return you to your very door. This is the Satchel family and Starlight. Starlight is 22 years old now and is being driven by Charlotte, who's accompanied by her daughters, Jamie, who's 9 years old, and Garnet, who is 8 years old. They're all wearing pioneer dresses. This is the 4th year in the Grubstake Days Parade. Jamie and Garnet do gymnastics all along the parade route and enjoy pleasing the crowds. They've won first place in 1982, second place in 1983 and 1984, and they've placed in many other parades. Starlight is owned by Bobby Miller of Yucca Valley. And here's an entry from Bell Transmission of Yucca Valley, which is located on Wall Street off Yucca Trail by the Coors Distributing Plant. Owned and operated by Mark Tiffany since 1984. Driving that 1949 pickup is Bill Carter. The 49 was completely restored by Mark. Driving the Mustang convertible. Actually, I don't see a Mustang convertible, but what happened to the Mustang convertible? Ah, I see. Well, there's Mark Tiffany and Jill right back there. In the Supercomp dragster is owner-driver Kevin Quinlan. The dragster was seen in the movie Heart Like a Wheel. Bell Transmissions builds the transmissions and is one of Kevin's sponsors. Called the Midnight Maniac. These kids representing the Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert depict future occupations. They're showing us our world tomorrow, which ties in beautifully with the theme for the parade, Welcome to Our World. By the way, the song that the boys and girls are playing today is We Are the World, which reminds us that our children are our greatest natural resource. They're also showing some of the fun that the kids have down at the Boys and Girls Club Center here in Yucca Valley. We talked earlier with Executive Director for the Boys and Girls Club, Rob Parker. And there's Rob and his lovely wife helping the float going up 29 Palms Highway here in Yucca Valley. The Boys and Girls Club, welcoming to our world, reminding us that indeed children are our greatest natural resource. And this entry is the Lions Club of Yucca Valley. They are a service organization that holds fundraising projects. Their community services include eye examinations and glasses for children, as well as adults that need financial help. They also donate to the high school athletic program and band, the Yucca Valley Youth Club, and the elementary school library, representing the Lions Club of Yucca Valley. This is Mills Fencing's first year in the Grubstake Days Parade, but they've been building fences and serving this area for 38 years. Neighborhood kids riding in the company flatbed truck welcome you all to our world. Mills Fencing thinks that Yucca Valley is a great place for kids. And speaking of kids, that's a kid goat in the kennel built by Mills Fencing, 38 years in the high desert area. And this is Rusty, an 11-year-old Shetland pony, pulling a pony-sized four-wheeled wagon, driven by Bobby Miller, with Sam Kerp riding shotgun. This is Sam's first time in the parade. He's 9 years old. And by the way, Rusty and Bobby took third place in last year's Grubstake Days Parade. Bobby Miller and Sam Kirk. These kids are representing the new Morongo Basin Bicycle Motocross Park that will be opening up soon, offering BMX bike racing from ages 5 to adults. Be looking for their grand opening date. All these kids with their BMX bicycles. Well, BMX bicycle, by the way, is well, you're all familiar with dirt bikes and motorcycle racing. Well, basically they do the same thing with human power. And here's a good example of some of the feats these kids can do on these BMX bikes. All right, there's one there. And the crowd enjoys that one. Brownie Troop number 506, brightening our way and welcoming you to their world. Rainbow Bright and Waterfall are their favorites. Brownies brighten all of our lives are sponsored by World Savings of Yucca Valley. Brownie Troop number 506. Now we have members of the Model T Club of Southern California. Saul Zach is driving a 1911 touring car. Coming up behind Saul is a 1914 touring car. As a 1915 touring car, Sterner, a 1926 Coot. Hammond driving a 1919 touring car, and Hans, well, we never know which one he'll be driving, but here we have the Model T Club of Southern California with some beautifully restored automobiles out here for our Grubstake Days parade today. And by the way, it is a beautiful day in Yucca Valley. Here comes the Felton Junior High and Drill Team in blue and gold Corps-style uniforms. They have performed throughout Southern California and have appeared at Dodger Stadium for the past 3 years. And by the way, this band won first place in Yucca Valley last year. Their director, Andrea Kay, all the way from Felton Junior High School to Yucca Valley. One of our many out-of-town entries to the Grubstake Days Parade, and one that we hope will become a familiar sight to Yucca Valley residents and visitors alike enjoying this Grubstake Days celebration. How you doing? This entry is from the American Association of Retired Persons. It's an English Ford Anglia. Belongs to the president of the AARP, Archie Straley, who is in the car with his wife, Frances. This iron horse is used in a new therapy program for the handicapped, originated and conducted by the Morongo Basin Adult Health Services Corporation. They meet at the High Valley Stables. This program is meant to teach coordination and self-confidence to handicapped persons. And this mounted group is Ranchito de Morongo, who are into pleasure riding, trail riding, shows, and parades. Ranchito de Morongo is a friendly group of riders who get together from Yucca Valley, Morongo Valley, and Landers. Tito Lopez is the group's trainer. And here we go, the Yucca Valley Republican Women's Club Federation. Touring car being driven by Mr. Dowell, representing the Yucca Valley Republican Women's Club. Here is Rachel Cloutier. Rachel is wearing a handmade costume. All furs were trapped locally and tanned by Rachel. Rachel has ridden in the parade for 8 years. She's adding to her costume as she is able to find different Indian information and facts. Her horse is a registered Appaloosa mare called Chiquita. Rachel Cloutier. The High Desert Democratic Club welcomes people to the world of beautiful sunshine and clear skies. These people look like they're enjoying their day. It's a large turtle that's representing the High Desert Democratic Club. Here comes the Kisses float. This radio, designed by Rick Fulbrook, represents KSCS AM 1420. And the music that showers you with kisses. Yes. Inside the float, we have some of the local KSCF staff there. This Land is Your Land is the song being sung by these patriotic San Gorgonio Girl Scouts. The Statue of Liberty and the red, white, and blue colors represent this great country we live in, and the San Gorgonio Girl Scouts are put together a beautiful display in today's Grubstake Days Parade. And there we have them. Just about every young child in the Morongo Basin is in the parade here in one form or another. And now, the 29 Palms High School Wildcat Band under the direction of Pat Kercheval and junior drum major Erica Bingy, assisted by Darlene Kercheval. The Wildcat Band has recently returned from a successful tour of California. They are always the pride of 29 Palms, and we're very glad to have them here in this Yucca Valley Parade. Our neighbors from the east, the 29 Palms High School Wildcat Band. All the way from 29 Palms. And now we have the new Miss 29 Palms at her court. Miss 29 Palms, Justina Rossi, with her first princess, Sherry Waldrop, and second princess, Maria Durante. Hi girls, how you doing? They joined us today to promote unity in the Morongo Basin. Miss 29 Palms. Here's Kathleen Perry riding Cherokee, a quarter-horse mare representing the Western Pioneer Trapper, along with the traps and a .45 caliber Kentucky flintlock rifle. Their various furs, such as fox, deer, lynx. Kathleen and her family made most of the trappings, including her rifle and a hoof pick made from a deer horn. Kathleen and Cherokee have won over 70 trophies, 3 sweepstakes, 2 Division Marshal trophies, and countless ribbons. Kathleen Perry, a pioneer trapper in today's Yucca Valley Parade. Pomona First Federal Savings and Loan welcomes you to their world by showing us a few of the services they have to offer. The ATS shirts advertise their 24-hour automated teller service. The first year, hi girls, how are you doing? In the first car are Darrell and Pat displaying the traveler's checks, Pomona, and Pomona First Federal officers, American Express, don't leave home without them. Car 2 is driven by Cindy, with her as Donna. This car symbolizes their strength and longevity of over 90 years. Interest-bearing checking is shown on the third car, driven by Melody and directed by Paula. Driving the fourth car is Julie and Jody. They're featuring Pomona's Visa Debit Check Guarantee Card. A rather lively entry from Pomona First Federal Savings today. The Swirling Sands Mounted Drill Team. This 12-member team has 4 riders in today's parade. This team travels all over the western United States, performing in rodeos and in parades. They're a fast precision riding group, formed over 3 years ago. Last year they performed at the U.S. All-Star Rodeo in conjunction with the Los Angeles 1984 Olympics. All of the members, by the way, live in the high desert. The drill master is Lisa Madden, the Swirling Sands Mounted Drill Team. The Joshua Tree Federated Women's Club is the oldest service organization in Joshua Tree, serving for over 41 years. They volunteer their time to organizations and contribute to the High Desert Playhouse, the High Desert Medical Center, and the Senior Center. Hello, girls. How are you doing today? The Joshua Tree Federated Women's Club. This is Cub Scout Pack number 83, saluting the world of scouting and the world of the high desert. This is Pack number 83's first year in the Grubstake Days Parade. Lots of Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts in today's Grubstake Days Parade. It makes you wonder who all the kids are who are watching the parade. And it makes us very happy that we can give everybody who is in the parade an opportunity to watch this coverage today. And here comes a beautiful horse. Her name is Angel. Her rider is Roy Erie. She is 7/8 Arabian, and Ray says you won't find a better mare anywhere. Billy Reynolds riding a 3-year-old Paso Fino in his first parade. Already is an outstanding trail horse. Billy has been first in her last 6 parades. These ladies represent the Goat Mountain Grange with a city scene on one side of the truck and a country scene on the other. The high desert is a delightful mixture of the two. From the Yucca Valley American Legion Post number 469, the Yucca Valley American Legion Post Band. This 15-piece band is made up mostly of senior citizens who are members of the American Legion. The band is under the direction of Bill Connell. And this entry is from neighboring Pioneer Town. This 1949 truck is Pioneer Town's original fire truck, all the way from Pioneer Town. This is the 5th year that Fred Hermes is riding in the parade. It's the 2nd in his Arabian costume and aboard his beautiful Arabian Stallion Firefly. Fred salutes the Chamber of Commerce and the community for again having done an excellent job putting this parade together. Representing the 29 Palms Combat Center is Attachment B Marine Wing Support Group 37 of the Expeditionary Airfield in 29 Palms. This new prototype is an AS-32 P-19A aircraft crash fire rescue vehicle. It holds 1,000 gallons of water and 130 gallons of a foam mixture. This group won the Alan G. Ogden Award for Small Airfield category. The rescue vehicle will be displayed on the carnival grounds after the parade, so bring the kids down and the Marines will be happy to show them around. This entry is from the Joshua Tree High Desert Medical Center in Joshua Tree. It's a miniature replica of the newly opened walking course for senior citizens. Their motto is Walking for Wellness. This is their first year in the parade, and the employees of the High Desert Medical Center are passing out buttons telling you to go take a hike on the walking course at the High Desert Medical Center. Hello, fellas. How are you doing? All right. You guys look like you're jogging for wellness in the parade.
We certainly are.
Yeah.
We're promoting wellness. We don't really want all those.
There's Anita Brewer. Hello, Anita.
Hello.
How are you, Anita?
Take a hike, Gary.
Okay, I will.
You want to join us?
No, thanks. You guys go right ahead. I'll catch up to you later. Okay? From the High Desert Medical Center. And on our left side is Nicole Murray riding her beautiful black mare, City of Elegance, who is an Arabian quarter horse. On the right is Irene Martinez riding Napa, who is a pure red quarter horse. Says here these girls are wearing original Indian suits, but I think the Indian suits probably got left because of the heat of the day today. This is their first parade. And here's the Westerners from Desert Hot Springs, a group formed to serve its community, all residents of Desert Hot Springs. The Westerners act as eyes and ears for the police and serve as an auxiliary to them during special community events. All the way from Desert Hot Springs, the Westerners. And welcome to our world of fantasies. No fantasy is real without rainbows, wizards, and, of course, a unicorn. The fantasy hair wizards riding the float are Kathy Kubina, Sandy Lambert, and Deanna Snidel of Fantasy's hair design. The famous papier-mâché unicorn is Prince, and the butterfly is Amanda. Special thanks to Smitty, by the way, for pulling the float today for Fantasies. This 1985 Cadillac DeVille represents Insurance Support Services, soon to be serving the San Bernardino County area. They provide services to insurance companies and agents. They are headed by Kevin Skaggs. This is their first year in the parade. He is with the High Desert residents, John Timmons of Timmons Ranch, and some friends. Let's welcome a local celebrity. This is Tonka the Wonder Dog, who is the first dog to ride 4,900 miles across country on a three-wheeled motorcycle. Tonka has been featured on That's Incredible, Those Amazing Animals, and other shows on ABC, NBC, and CBS. Tonka skydives, skateboards, water skis, and does shows to benefit handicapped children. Tonka also does shows to tell people how to properly care for their animals, and as you can see, Tonka is no ordinary pet. Michelle Liebold is Pioneer Days Junior Rodeo Queen from 29 Palms. She's 13 years old and attends 29 Palms Junior High carrying a straight A average. Michelle is riding the Arabian Ware Marigee, which she shows in horse shows. Michelle is also a member of the Swirling Sands Mounted Drill Team. Here's Bet's Antique Mart, and you can see what is on their trailer for yourself. The old outhouse may not be for sale, but just about everything else at Bet's Antique Mart is. The prospectors with their gold pans and pitchforks are going to Bet's Antique Mart to pan for quality bargains. And marching past is the Yucca Valley Junior High School Band under the direction of bandmaster Ed Will. The music they're playing for us is entitled A Symbol of Honor. The Yucca Valley Junior High School Band. And directly behind the Yucca Valley Junior High School Band, these lovely ladies are Miss Joshua Tree and her court. Miss Joshua Tree is Michelle Kay. First Princess Cindy Garcia. And second Princess is Kristen Cooey. Miss Joshua Tree. Also representing Joshua Tree is Joshua, the 7-foot live turtle. He is from the Joshua Tree Turtle Days and was created and designed by Belle Stark. Joshua's favorite food, by the way, is rare steak, and he likes to sleep on his back. With Joshua Tree is Ron Starr and Chuck Marsh, who's president of the Joshua Tree Turtle Days Association. It was a very successful event this year, about 3 weeks ago. Now passing right behind me are representing Joshua Tree, Morongo Valley, Copper Mountain Mesa, and the California Department of Forestry. These are some of the fire units that assist the Yucca Valley Fire Department during a large fire or other emergency. From Joshua Tree, Morongo Valley, Copper Mountain Mesa, and the California Department of Forestry. The Joshua Tree California Division of Forestry is doing the crowd a favor by keeping them cool on this hot Saturday morning in Yucca Valley. Here's the Joshua Tree Ambulance Association, a nonprofit organization that has been serving the Morongo Basin for 37 years. They cover some 2,700 square miles, provide paramedic service. I'm being threatened by some water here from the Joshua Tree Fire Department's engine here. Okay. Those guys look like they're keeping cool today. And continuing, the Joshua Tree Ambulance Association, they cover some 2,700 square miles. They provide paramedic and basic life support systems. They become a subscriber, by the way, and you can save hundreds of dollars on paramedic service through the Joshua Tree Ambulance Association. This is Lily Litter, representing her PAL organization, and PAL stands for People Against Litter. Lily feels that the high desert has a serious litter problem and is looking for a coordinator in Yucca Valley to incorporate the clean community system. If you're interested, call the Yucca Valley Sunrise Rotary Club. Following Lily, by the way, is a truck full of young, ecology-minded high desert residents. That's Lily Litter. Let's go out in the street and see if we can get a couple words here from Lily Litter. You think we can do that? Hi, Lily. Can we talk to you for a second? How you doing? Lily Litter, what does PAL mean?
People Against Litter.
And you're heading up the campaign to clean up the desert, is that right?
That's right. We really have a serious problem up here, and we want to get the clean community system going, which is a system to change people's attitudes about waste handling.
Okay.
We want a clean community.
All right, that's Lily Litter, and she's looking for help from you, so thank you. And this entry is from the Yucca Valley Sunrise Rotary Club. The revolving garbage can, along with the kids picking up trash, is striking the Yucca Valley Sunrise Rotary Club thoughts of keeping our community clean. This entry from the Yucca Valley Sunrise Rotary Club. This is Joni Bell driving an English dog cart. Pulling the cart is Tinker, a Shetland pony, and going along for the ride is Bear, Joni's own cattle dog. This cart was used in the 19th century for transporting the dogs to the fox hunt and is a status symbol that only the wealthy could afford back in those days. Joni Bell, a familiar sight to many parade viewers here in the Morongo Basin, and one that has taken home many, many trophies, ribbons, and awards. This entry from the Yucca Mesa Merchants, Tom's Auto Body and Painting, El Sueno Ranch Market, and Brown's Construction. These people are just reminding you of the reliable merchants you will find in the Yucca Mesa area, the Yucca Mesa Merchants Association. Well, this is for all you folks out there who have hired A1 construction firms in the past to do a job and wound up with a dingbat job. Here's the Dingbat Construction Company. With a name like that, he has to do good work. The driver is Craig Edwards, and Naley, Rondell, and Lisa. This is, we've got Jennifer Ratliff riding Margarita, Jana Service with her horse Boya Amaras, and another first-timer, Chris Holt, riding Shannon. 3 equestrian entries in today's Grubstake Days Parade. It looks like they're having a good time doing it, too. Entry 89 from the Star Market on the highway. Pulling the horse cart is Andre, showing us what a hard worker he is. Star Market specializes in ice-cold beer, fresh deli sandwiches, and fast, friendly service. At Star Market, you can refresh yourself and refill your car at the same time. And here comes the Dalton Gang with their modern, up-to-date outhouse. This desert scene, with its Joshua tree and other desert plants, also depicts Dalton Tank and Supply's motto, with its plumbed outhouse piped to the septic tank. The Dalton Gang. Oh, well, look in the back. Oh! Hi. Here we have Chuck Key riding his registered quarterhouse Sundown Robella with full working Western equipment. Chuck and Sonny have ridden in many local parades, and his registered quarter horse Easter Sundown with full working Western equipment. Johnny and Bunny are from Yucca Valley.
Get her on film, she's better.
Right, this is Babette House in Western Wear, riding in a buckskin horse. The cowboy is on a Scott Gasto. Okay, Scott. Cowboy on a Mustang. How you doing, Babette? Here's the honorary mayor of Landers, Jim Gates. How you doing today, Jim? And here are the Fagawi Riders, a family-oriented equestrian group that is into all types of horse activities. These include Western and English type riding, play days, and trail rides. They've just completed a benefit ride for the Pegasus Riding Academy, where disabled children learn to ride for therapy and recreation. They welcome riders of all ages. Club officers are President Gus Angelo, Vice President Tony Gonzalez, Secretary Vicky Carrillo, and Treasurer Carmelita Burns. The Fagawi Riders, and that's the final entry in today's 1985 Grubstake Days Parade. We hope you've enjoyed today's live coverage. I'm Gary Dignot, and we'll be giving you a little bit more of Grubstake Days activities, and look forward to next year. The end of the parade was by no means the end of Grubstake Days 1985 as we take a look at some of the other events here. Here's the award ceremony now as people who were in the parade came to collect their award from lovely MC-ress, I guess that's what you call her, for the afternoon, Linda Blair, giving out kisses as well as awards to some of the happy parade entries. Linda Blair signing some autographs and meeting some people while she was in Yucca Valley. Not to mention a big kiss for our Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce President Al Parody. One of the more popular events in Grubstake Days is the Tug of War. We take a look at some of that action. Tug of War teams straining mightily. And on Monday it was Kids Day, with lots of activities just for the kids of the Yucca Valley area. On hand was Ronald McDonald, who put on a very, very nice show. And made some friends. And then it was on to the carnival. All in all, very successful Grubstake Days and a lot of tired Yucca Valley people.